Welcome Aquarius to your February 2025 reading, and thanks for tuning in. Now, just a few announcements. Now, firstly, I have to say happy birthday to all Aquarians watching that are born in February. Happy Valentine's Day, if that is something that you follow. And just also letting everyone know that I've done some more of the free mini readings. If you're waiting on them, check your notifications. Now, I'm no longer doing free mini readings because I'm noticing people aren't even coming back and watching them, which I'm kind of really tossing up whether just to get everyone still waiting to maybe re-comment to say that you're still waiting, because at least I know that you are watching and waiting. Otherwise, I think a lot of people were just doing it twice, like using a different email address to create another account so they could get two readings. I don't know why. I don't know why people aren't watching them. But if you would like a reading from me, I am accepting donations. So you can just leave me a small donation. Put a comment in the comment section below with your question or what you have on your mind, and I'll shuffle my cards. I'll do your video and I will leave a link to your video in the comment in response to your comment. So we'll do it that way for those that are interested. For everyone else, unfortunately, I'm not doing free ones. Now, also, I've got a link to a website, nothing to do with tarots, but if you'd like to help my channel, I do have my other love, which is selling antiques and beautiful custom jewelry, which is made by my beautiful mum. And I'll leave a link to that website as well if you'd like to check that out and get buy some beautiful presents for your loved ones for Valentine's Day as well. That you can do that as well. But let's get into this month's reading. Now, this deck that I'm using now is very plain, very simple. It's called the Angel Tarot. This is the very first deck I ever got, so it's quite old. I've never used it before, but I do like the simplicity of this and the plain cards without the imagery on them, just the minor arcana. It opens me up a lot more when I don't have the images for some strange reason. So we'll see what messages come out. Now, firstly, I must admit, your reading, you have 4 major arcana cards out of these initial 8. And major arcana talk about significant life events and occurrences. So I feel like February is a significant month here for some of you. Now, you start out with a great card. This is the card of strength. And now this card can represent the suit of Leo. So some of you may have a significant Leo in your life. But for others, what this card means is that internal strength that all of us have to really tap into. Our strength, our courage, our fortitude, also our convictions. And there's a lot of power and energy in this card. So I feel like you're entering February, and particularly if this is your birthday month for a lot of you, I feel like you are really entering February with this kind of conviction to get things done, to get all your ducks in order, so to speak. Is that a saying? All your ducks in a row. And you're really determined to get on top of stuff that perhaps has been weighing you down and been a little bit burdensome as well. But I feel like this is a real card of action. So anything that has been holding you back, that perhaps, like I said, has been weighing you down, you're overcoming this. There's a real wake-up call here for a lot of you in February as well. But there's almost, you're becoming aware of some sort of physical ability perhaps that you've got, that you perhaps haven't realized that you have had before in the past. And this could be just as simple as overcoming a health issue that some of you may have been struggling with, or a financial situation that some of you have been struggling with. I feel like you're putting your mind into a sort of a go forward kind of mode. You've got a lot of confidence as well, and you've got a lot of zeal coming into February. Almost like a mind over matter situation here for some of you, which is really, really interesting. And I feel like there's going to be this sense of accomplishment that you really are feeling over some, and I feel like for some of you this could be a struggle over your finances, or even something to do with your work or career, or certainly a burdensome time in your life. But it's almost like there's this sense of conquest. And look, I mean, you've got a lot of cards here that tell me there has been some struggle, and you've got the Five of Pentacles here. Now this is the card of feeling left out in the cold a little bit, feeling like perhaps some of you have been struggling financially, and this could also have left you feeling certainly out in the cold, like no one's there to help you. And it can actually, you've got the Ten of Wands there as well. Again, this is making you feel like you could be burdened with this situation, or worried over a legal issue. You've got the Queen of Swords here. This is a card of Libra, but I would also, this could be representing you. This can be any air sign, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian like yourself. But this Libra is represented by the Justice card, which is quite all to do with legal issues. So when the Queen of Swords comes up here, there could be some legal issues here that are either draining you financially or have certainly been quite burdensome. And it could be to do with a financial situation or a money situation, or an inheritance, or struggling over some kind of thing like that. But I feel, like I said, you have this internal strength within you in February that is just going to really push you forward to attain what it is that you are after. So I feel like, this is quite interesting, but you will definitely be achieving some wonderful things here with that Strength card. You can't not really. But you've got that, as I said, that Five of Pentacles. Now this often is that card of being unwell or struggling on many levels, and Pentacles are all about your finances, your career, your physical self as well, your home, your car, that kind of stuff. But I feel like if there has been any loss in your situation, and as I said, this could be financially, health-wise, all of those things that I mentioned, I feel like this is absolutely coming back into balance. And as burdensome as it was for you to go through that, this Ten of Wands really tells me it's a card of success, because although you were burdened in a traditional deck, you would see the figure walking down the path with those wands strapped to their back, hunched over with the weight of the burden, but they've almost reached their destination, and they're they can put that load down. So I feel, and it's interesting, you've got the Queen of Swords, which I do connect very much with, kind of like a justice energy. And you've got the Judgment card. So some of you may be going through a legal battle here, or in a place where people are making judgments over you. But it's coming to an end here, and there is this beautiful, wonderful new beginning here, that Ace of Cups, you know. And I feel like you've got the Hangman here as well. The Hangman is a card of you having been in this situation for a while. I feel like you've been in this status quo. You're not moving forward. You're not going anywhere. But it's given you this opportunity to look at your situation in a completely different way, to look at not only the situation that you're in, but also solutions to move you through to that next stage. And I absolutely see you doing that, because you've got the Seven of Cups here, and this is you in a place where you have so many choices to make here, so many opportunities. So rather than feeling left out in the cold, rather than feeling burdened with your situation, it's almost like there's this spark here, this wake-up call in that Judgment. You're being called to, change the situation you're in, and you have got the inner strength to do this, Aquarius. You absolutely have. That Seven of Cups. This is like I said, being spoiled for choice. It's almost like, you have so many, I always use the analogy of that little kid in the lolly shop, where you can be standing there with $1 in your hand, and you're looking at all of the things in the lolly shop, and you just like, I want everything, but you've only got $1. So you've really got to pick carefully what you want. And that's the kind of beauty or torment, in a way, of the Seven of Cups. You do have so much opportunity here, but I feel like you're going to choose correctly, because that Queen of Swords is a card of clarity. The Queen looks at her situation with balance. She weighs up all of the options and weighs up the pros and the cons about which way to proceed, and makes decisions based on the facts, based on her intellect, rather than allowing her emotions to cloud her mind in any way. And, I feel like, Aquarius, you are very comfortable in this energy of that Queen of Swords. As I said, this may potentially be representing you. And if it does, when you show up in your own reading, this is so powerful as well. And to have the Strength card and that Queen of Swords, which could potentially be representing you, this is really telling me there is so much progress here, so much movement forward. Now, we've got to be careful when the Seven of Cups does show up in a reading, that you aren't fantasizing about things that can never happen. You're not thinking about castles in the sky, achievements that are just unrealistic or impossible. I'm going to be the King of Spain or something like that. I mean, some of you, I don't know, maybe you're in line to be on the throne of Spain, but it's that kind of fantasy where we're dreaming about things that can never really happen, and we're putting our energy into projects, thoughts and ideas that won't come to fruition. So, but I really feel like there's balance, like I said, coming in for you. There's clarity. You are going to see a completely new way of looking at things, and where things were at a standstill, this is changing. Now, for some of you, if there has been a standstill with a relationship or with your relationship status, if you are looking for love and you feel like nothing's been coming your way, or if you're in a relationship and you feel like it's become a little stagnant, there is this fresh new beginning here, this Ace of Cups. How beautiful is that? That is, that talks about change. That talks about great abundance as well. Not only when I talk about abundance, this isn't necessarily financial abundance, although it can be, even though it is cups. But this is abundance in love and joy and happiness. This Ace of Cups, in a lot of traditional decks, you would see the hand of God coming through the clouds, holding that beautiful big cup up to you and offering it to you. And so this is just a lot of joy. And this is a card of fertility as well. So a lot of wonderful things can grow. If you are wanting to have a baby, this is a really good sign as well. And it's just fullness and happiness and productiveness and beauty and pleasure. So it's that cup, as I said, it's just filled with wonderful things, and that's coming in here for you as well. So I absolutely love that message. Now, I'm sorry I've gone on for so long with that. I just got a lot of messages coming through there. But I am going to clarify with my favorite deck of all, the Mystical Tarot. We'll get some cards out from this one just to give you some clarifying messages. Wow. Okay, I've just seen one of the cards there. I'm going to take all of them. The Ace of Wands. So 2 aces. Again, this is such a fortunate card. Definitely could be pregnancy here for some of you, or certainly the birth of a new idea, the birth of a creative project, the birth of a business, the start of a new job, 2 new beginnings here. And you know, because February is, for a lot of you Aquarians, your birth month, this is like our brand new year. And we do, whenever our birthday is, regardless of whether you're born at the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, at the end of the year, that's kind of when your new year starts. And there's a lot of fresh new beginnings here. I really, really love this card for you. Now, it's interesting, in that lot as well, you have the 5 of Pentacles. So you got the 5 of Pentacles in both decks. Very interesting. Again, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, you have been feeling very, the word deprived was coming through to me just then. Although this card doesn't actually mean deprivation in any way. Well, it can in a way. You know, if you look at the imagery here on this card, you will see the figures standing there. One is obviously very injured, very unwell. One is, they're very poor, their clothes are torn. They're outside of a church though. And what this card often talks about is not to try and allow yourself to be overcome by any feelings of being of despair or being alone, because these 2 figures are on the just outside the church. They can go around the corner and they can go into the church, and there's warmth in there, there's solace in there, there's charity, there's people that can help. And so this card often asks you to remember to ask for help if you are struggling. Often when we our needs haven't been heard, or we've had to do things alone through life and struggle through life a lot, we kind of forget that we can actually ask for help, and your friends are there to help you. Your loved ones are there to help you, and they will gladly reach out and give you strength and give you food and give you shelter and give you finance, whatever it is you need, and just support you in any way. So I feel like the fact that this card came out twice is quite significant here. Yeah, there's a real end to any burdensome. I feel like you've got the Ten of Swords here and the Ten of Wands. Both of these are cards of endings, significant endings of troublesome times. So, like I said, if you have been struggling, this is absolutely coming to an end here for you. You know, there's one final push here, Aquarius. You've got that Nine of Wands, one final push, and you are almost there. There's wonderful news coming in here. You've got the Page of Cups. This can be new love, and I mean the fact that you've got the Ace of Cups here, there could absolutely be new love here. So don't give up if you've been struggling going out on dates, if this is related to any of you, or struggling within your relationship. There's wonderful news coming in here. Could be love letters, love messages. I mean the fact that it is Valentine's Day, that's kind of quite poignant, but this can also represent a Pisces here for you. It could be any water sign, but I would normally read this as a Pisces. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here, that's quite significant. But if you have been struggling, one last push. That Nine of Wands is that wounded warrior that really does say, don't give up. That is the one thing. The one message of this card is do not give up. And the final card in that lot, you have the Emperor. Wow, what a powerful card. Now this could be a significant Aries for some of you, but this is a card of leadership. This is a card of you being asked to put your ideas, your plans into action. You've got the strength here, you know, that inner strength. This is a very powerful card. The Emperor, you know, if you think of what an Emperor does, they're great at delegating. They're great at rallying the troops and getting them to do what is necessary to achieve their goals, their desires. And I feel like this is asking you to write lists, make plans, and then put your plans into action, whatever they are for you, whether it is you having to go into a legal battle, whether it's you wanting to plan for a new job, whether it's you wanting to get your finances in order or start a new business, or even to start a brand new love affair or work on your relationship. This is asking you to really go for it here. You've got the inner strength to do so. Now, I'm going to pull one final card from my Now I Understand Oracle deck. I didn't really forget to do it last month. I was just really pressed for time, so I was trying to cut my readings quite short. Wow, money. Okay. You may receive a payout, lump sum, or inheritance. A possible windfall is possible too. I love that for you, particularly because you've got 2 5 of Pentacles there, which often does talk about us really struggling financially and being burdened with, not having enough or feeling like we're not having enough. So for some of you, if this is an inheritance, I feel like potentially there could be, like I said, some legal issues here. But this is really, really nice, a really nice message. So I love that for you, Aquarius. So we'll leave it there. As I said, if you'd like a reading, by all means, leave a donation in the comments section below. Ask your question. I will do your reading, and I'll leave a link to your reading in the comment section in response to your comment. And please check out my store if you'd like to buy a little gift for someone for Valentine's Day as well. So have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.